able to accomplish so much more. But we have the battlegrounds. BlossoM bans Braxis and Ace bans Spider Queen. We are going into Infernal Shrines game number 1. This is where we saw the triple mages happen last night, and it was pretty awesome. Of course, they'd end up losing against Ballistics, but things like those can happen, like the Sergeant Hammer picks, not on this map, but we have some different picks coming along in the Nexus. I'm liking it so much in this meta.
We have a lot of different picks in this meta because of the amount of overpowered heroes, people would say. I wouldn't say that. Phoenix Instaban. The amount of really strong heroes we have in Korea at the top right now, as you can see, here's the top 3 in terms of percentage. There's a lot of different approaches to how you want to draft a map like this. You might want to save your DPSs to last, have utility DPSs, great DPSs for the map. Have the Ragnaros, the Soul Laner picked last because you want to have that extra Molten Core. But you can also try to draft DPSs first. Go for high-tier DPS, the Genjis, the Hanzos. Get those early.
Everything is open. Medivh, Maiev, Bushmara Brothers, and Malfurion also. All up to BlossoM by Ace, opening up everything, just targeting Gondar's hero pool. His Garrosh, one of the best.
His Garrosh is certainly one of the best, but he's not one-dimensional anymore, so this ban leads me to believe they're trying to deny picks away from the Medivh. The Medivh's going to be chosen first, but we will probably see that Malfurion come in very likely with a Sonya here. This is Sonya's best map. Maiev over the Malfurion. So still grabbing the Sonya. This is Sonya's best map. She's second place in terms of involvement here in HGC Korea.
After losing Medivh, it seems like the Wombo combo is going to come in. The burst damage very likely, so picking Malfurion may not be the best choice. So grabbing Sonya and Maiev, their strong solo lane, and having their own to counter what can happen. Maiev having the vaults can also escape all the time, create some crazy zoning, pulls in the enemies and get that kill. That's what they want to do with these kills, and picking Sonya means Wiz is going to lose some of his strength, not be able to play that Sonya.
Well, they still get the Tracer here with the Malfurion and Medivh giving some extra protection. Not as ideal as the Tracer Tyrael Malfurion, but still quite strong here. And there's always still the possibility that Diablo comes into play. They banned the ETC, so they are really focusing on Gondar's main heroes. We haven't seen Gondar's Diablo all too much, but when we do see it, it looks to be very powerful, very up to par with the other Diablos in this league right now. And with the Malfurion on their side, Malfurion is one of the great ways to zone out a Diablo when the Medivh is open, because you prevent the Diablo from coming out of the portal, getting in there and doing the damage. But now that Malfurion's already on BlossoM's side, I'm a little bit surprised they banned the ETC instead. Very risky choice here. They could take the Diablo themselves, but they don't have the synergy that BlossoM has here for pick potential.
Yep, that's right. I think they are just willing to let that go through, which is quite dangerous, I would say. Maybe have Junkrat on your own. Use that mine to right onto the door to displace them, and which works perfectly with the cage. Maybe that's the line of their thinking, but it is not the style that they have been drafting. If they do, I'll be amazed. If it was Ballistics or KSP Black, they would. But Ace, they have never done something like that with a Junkrat before.
Yeah. It's a good setup for the Junkrat. It's a good map for Junkrat. I'm going to save that final pick for last, though. Johanna, so good at neutralizing Punishers. Very good at controlling the Shrine zones. And Stukov, similarly to Malfurion, great at stopping portals from being effective, as long as he has his cooldown for his silence available. BlossoM, will they take the Diablo? It feels like the obvious choice. Is great at solo shrining, and he is insanely powerful when given a composition like this to work with. Tracer can pulse his targets. They can work together with all the CC available. They have insane mobility with the Medivh portals. Diablo just feels like a given choice here. They could steal the Junkrat away as well. Be one way to potentially stop that Warden combo from coming through with the Warden's Cage.
Modern might just go ahead and pick Falstad, as that could be a great counter against what Ace is trying to do. The silence, the cage, will all be disengaged by that single Mighty Gust. The Modern has been playing some Falstad, but instead it's going to be Diablo and Marthael this case.
Yeah. Well, they needed a soul laner. Medivh not really functioning as a soul laner anymore. Greymane is going to be the choice here. So trying to potentially go for the poke build here with the cocktails. The Malthael versus Sonya matchup is a winning one for the Malthael. There's no globals here on the side of BlossoM, but they do have a lot of pick potential with the Diablo. In terms of straight up team fighting though, it's going to be very difficult to win those against such good sustained damage on the side of Ace. Not only the sustained damage, but also the combo potential there with the Warden's Cage, with all the extra CCs that can have, the silence that can come in. So this game could go either way, but I think that if Diablo is unable to get consistent kills, he won't build his souls quickly enough, and he is going to struggle.
Yep, even the silence will be the big key. If that lurking arm is placed right on top of the portal where Diablo comes in, we'll miss that timing where he wants to charge in and grab a target. And of course, after 10 day, we'll have very likely the ley line to pair up with the pulse bomb later on even. And one thing that Ace doesn't have is the saving too. They have Stukov for all around healing, but they don't have anything like a great save, like the Divine Shield, I'm saying.
Yeah, this is true. Luckily, Johanna at least has her own self-cleanse to be able to avoid the Punisher. Drag it in for free, basically get that free, I guess, taunt onto the Punisher. You just pull him over there with the Iron Skin. He jumps in, doesn't get the stun, gets caught back there. Ends up getting that free jump over. So, we standard builds here so far, as we do see Malthael hit to lane before the Sonya. It's actually quite a rarity. Looks like Ace wants to try to skirmish here, but they're just giving over free pulse bomb charge to Dudu right now. Be careful about doing that.
Sometimes as a DPS, as Tracer or anything with an escape that you have, Genji or Hanzo, you want to be on the side instead. And don't really waste any damage onto the minions for your skill shots, which happens often due to building that pulse bomb about 60%.
Yeah.
By the way, we're still in 31.1 patch with BP disabled. Band. Great silence comes in right on top of the portal. I think that's what Gamey is looking for all this game.
Oh, certainly. He is looking for shutting down these portals. Obviously, you can still come out of a portal when there's a silence there, but you can't have that same long-range impact like Diablo can to charge out of a portal. So, if he uses this correctly, it's going to be quite successful in shutting down the portal's effectiveness. Now, if you notice, if you look at the top lane, occasionally Sonya is letting Malthael is letting Sonya push the lane so that there could be a potential gank for the Tracer. Didn't work out last time. Sonya didn't take the bait and actually kind of froze the lane with him. So that's why you can see it's directly in the middle right now. They're not harassing each other too much. But Sonya normally will lose the lane, so Malthael was trying to bait for a potential pick here for the Tracer. And good reaction there by Sonya to not push in too hard. Dudu is heading up.
It's usually BlossoM who starts the camp early, but they don't have the best heroes for the wave clear, and they don't have the timing. Martha Wiz has been having some trouble. Look at his HP. I was watching that solo lane on the minimap and the HP bar onto those targets.
Yeah.
He's been having some tough time against that Sonya pick.
Yeah, Sonya can win the matchup, but it's very difficult. The thing is that I think he wanted to lose it on purpose, but Dudu just never rotated for him because Sonya never really came in such a way to where he was vulnerable to the pulse bomb. So it just didn't make sense for him to go up there. And then this fake Malthael play in the top where he was trying to lose on purpose just didn't really gain any value, and he had to tap even. Going to the first shrine, it is going to be the mid shrine. Dudu still just looking for a pulse bomb target, unsuccessful thus far. Gamey going to eat some damage here, but it's still just not quite enough for a pulse bomb kill. As Modern Life is just soaking up stacks for his Q talent.
It's usually not the play style that BlossoM does. Hold on, does not get the entangle, and BlossoM is trying to turn that around.
Here's
they're
the target.
Forcing it, but I don't think they're going to get it.
Not quite. Good body block there by KCB to prevent the pulse bomb from sticking onto Hero. They still win this trade though. With all the healing coming out from Malfurion and the damage there, they grab the shrine first. They will control it. Master's Touch getting a lot of stacks here from Modern Life. He's been just hitting them non-stop here. He's got a good portal to allow everyone to retreat.
Great silence right next to it, making it hard to position themselves. Only Tracer on the top, as she has a blink to escape, and also the recall is available.
Okay, Modern Life just gonna jump down in here. They need to actually retake control of this shrine. They're actually behind right now in terms of defenders.
Trying to focus on the KCB, who have the Iron Skin used already.
So much damage coming through here from Wiz as well. He's low on mana, but he's doing that consistent damage here with that Malthael. Getting that Malfurion Innervate here, so getting that mana back. Gondor though caught to the south. Now his team charges to a minion. There's the Pulse Bomb kill here onto the Maiev.
Way too much focus and damage wasted onto Gondor. Nice escape. They're onto the chase, and they happen to have the Tracer. Getting that Pulse Bomb soon. Not yet.
Not quite yet. Very close to it. Looking for some extra damage out of the parting gift. They will win this first shrine. Gondor peeling super hard there. Getting those extra souls the entire time. Getting that kill there. And also, just realistically, the priority of targets for Dudu's Tracer has been really good. He gets another pulse on the KCB after the Iron Skin's used. Knows the timing of that. Avoids getting pulled by that Umbral Bind. He's a great Tracer. He always has been. And he's showing off his mechanical skill in this match already.
I'm pretty sure if you are on the community, you saw that Genji, amazing Genji timed play by Dudu. Getting that 1D, of course Nazeebo did a lot of damage in that clip, but still, very calculated with the cooldowns and getting even one more. Maiev may have gone a little bit too deep against that Medivh when they have the protection.
Diablo finishing his level 1 at 5 minutes and 10 seconds. It's a pretty quick finish. He's got insane health regen, and his health pool is way higher than Diablo's is supposed to be at this stage of the game, or more than any tanks is really supposed to be for that matter. So Gondor is just in this insanely good spot now where he could be more aggressive than Diablo was necessarily designed to be at 5 minutes into the game. And that's what you got to do with this Diablo pick. Every pro gamer who plays tank now knows this. It's very powerful when you've got a Medivh to give you the ability to jump in and jump out. Dude is just trying to farm Pulse Bomb on this camp. They are going to come in and engage on it though. It's a Diablo comp, so Ace needs to respect this.
If they want to go in now, but it is not the right time when Sonya's away, and BlossoM knowing that, just pressuring in due to just farming that Pulse Bomb. It's ready to go.
It's ready to go. Look at the stun onto Rush. He's in some big trouble here. Has to go ahead and vault away. Not going to be enough though. He does go down. And BlossoM halfway to level 10 here at level 9. Sony's just trying to split soak, but this is now going to be a wall down, and it is going to be enough to get them level 10.
Ace again. Some questionable decisions happening from the beginning of the game. As that was a 5v4, everyone knew that. As Sonya was not even coming down. Why even contest when you have the wave, you have better wave here, you have better soak. Of course, you lost the last team fight. You got picked off a few times, but control the macro by going to the camp and focusing on that is the right choice.
Okay, APOC used early before Leyline to try to catch these members on the retreat. It was actually a really cool pull there with the Umbral Bind. Didn't get any kills, but obviously helped everyone retreat. You're exactly right. Now look at what's happening here. Malthael is rotating down. Does see the portal out, is going to leave. Gondar's insanely healthy, charges through the wall here, and look at the mid push. Sonya had to come down here to deal with all this pressure, and now they're losing further soak in mid. Malthael going top. Dudu does not have a pulse bomb yet.
But he's going in, trying to do the damage and make sure they have something. Of course, they do not have the last right with the team fight, so they did not go all the way in. But as long as if they buy more time, they will have more macro to play. Ace not even hitting 10 because they were focusing so much onto teamfight. Getting grabbed once more. There's that entangle onto Witcher. More than enough damage for the kill.
So we almost never see pulse rounds taken for Tracer as well, by the way. Taking this super weird talent at level 10, which basically just gives it more charge rate versus heroes. So he's been harassing nonstop all game long to farm these pulse bombs, and because he's just hasn't really faced any CC, he decided to pick it. Now that Johanna has the ability to use Blessed Shield, he's got to be a little bit more careful, but there's not too much CC for him to worry about. So he's just going to harass to both faster pulse bombs. The range is increased as well, so he's going to be able to throw it at a larger range. He's been diving, being aggressive. This is basically just saying, your comp can't shut me down. I'm better than you. I'm going to pick this talent. I'm going to have more pulse bombs than I'm supposed to, than any other Tracer in this meta will play. And it's a risky pick, but let's see if it pays off here for Dudu.
And here we go. Out of the better positioning, already up to 26. Ace is very slow. They have to take this slowly, though. Gamey getting caught to trying to snipe onto the back line. There's the last strike, getting the first kill.
Okay, Last Rites has gone down. Look at that combo there with the stun. That's a dead Sonya. KCB trying to use his Blessed Shield to escape. Gamey is caught. Look at that range coming into effect with the Pulse Bomb.
Kill.
That's that range coming in with that level 10, and BlossoM is just slaughtering Ace in this first game.
Beginning of the game, macro Ace, I thought they had the better control. Starting the camp, knowing what they are good at with the wave clear, Greymane, and Sonya, they can take both camps together at the same time. They have all the heroes, but after that, losing their momentum, not really knowing what to do. Before they hit 10, they got picked so many times. They're 2.5 level lead already for BlossoM. They are ripping them apart.
Duda just trying to bait. Gondar is hiding in the brush. No one's taking the bait, so they're coming in here. KCB baits the Punisher over the wall. It's a frozen Punisher. Could be much worse. Could have been an Arcane. They're going to knock this wall down. Malthael stops pushing top. Is going to head mid. It's pushing them so far ahead in terms of experience right now. Sonya needs to be countering those pushes or needs to be trying to make plays. And when you're down 3 levels and a talent tier, I think you just cannot be here. You have to be soaking the lanes. You have to be trying to bring your team back in terms of experience. And just simply we're not seeing that.
It's really hard for Ace. They know Dudu is right next to them all the time, harassing them. But if the silence goes on to Dudu, maybe you can look for a kill, which may not really connect because he has a recall. He has the recall all the time, and if that's used on Tracer only, there will be that Medivh combo coming out with the Diablo. That's the time you need the silence. So when do you use it? He's waiting for the perfect time, but you gotta use it. I think it's better to use it than just not use it all the time and get everything stunned with.
This is a close call. Modern does get out through the portal, but is killed before he can get away. We're going to see Condor continue to engage, though, here. He's got so many souls. He does not want to lose those. Too late. He's going to lose them anyways. Overconfidence here, the weakness of BlossoM in this fight. Really nice defensive set with the Blessed Shield into the silence there. That basically killed Modern Life outright. He was barely able to get back in the portal. Now Dudu gets at least the blink. Notice how he blinked through that, so he could actually get through. If he actually waited until he stepped on it, wouldn't have been able to blink. He might go down here anyways. As the recall pulses onto Witcher, survives here. Huge Twilight Dream. This could actually be a follow-up kill here. Stuck is KCB. He's taken out. No way.
That was a great Twilight Dream. Wiz coming in.
They're not done with this fight at all. Wiz coming in.
He has Last Rites too.
He does. Doesn't use it though. Maybe he doesn't. I thought he did. We'll find out in a second. Going on to Hero here.
There's it.
He must not have had it then.
I think he wanted to use it on the better target, possibly.
If he gets the kill onto Sonya normally, then onto Maev's normally, then kills Sonya with the Last Rites, then he gets more value. You're certainly right about that.
And that's not going to be the only kill. Rarely escapes. Rush has to be careful. You think you have an escape when you're CC, you can't even press the button. Bolt. And silence continues, but they have no follow-up damage, and they are all protected with the circle. It seemed like a chase from Ace. BlossoM thinking of work with the portal, with the mechanics, and how they're team fighting together. It is a different level than how Ace is doing right now.
Just way ahead in every regard. Grabbing this camp, they have the keep advantage, and it's against the opposite lane of the top shrine, so Ace is going to have to deal with the bot push before coming up. They had Greymane prep a wave, so that's going to buy some time. He's going to deal with the mid push as well right now. It's just so frustrating. BlossoM going to take this camp just to line it up timing-wise with the top shrine. They see Greymane and Maiev mid, so they can take this camp safely, portal out, and make their push top. They know that Greymane is going to arrive late. Here we go. This is Ace's one chance to really come back in this game. Target is onto Witcher here, zoning him out of the fight. Nearly getting the kill there. Leyline Seal coming up. They'll follow up APOC. They want to do this with the combo here onto Hero. Does get picked off here by Dudu, and now this is already a one fight.
Just
no
by
way.
Just by the damage, and the scaling is way too far apart already. It seemed like lots of skills were dodged, but the damage and coming just from the basic attacks of Tracer and everything else, Ace is not able to sustain that with the healing from Stukov only.
These pulse bombs from Dudu, it's just, I don't even know what to say. So impressive. Should have taken Untouchable, probably been more effective. Circle of protection here is going to help everybody tank up these cannon tower shots. The bot push is coming through. They have this camp still, and they're just going to rip through this wall. This is going to be potentially a keep. Just going to do as much damage to the keep as they can before the Punisher heads in. It is an Arcane Punisher. So this is likely the push to end the game. Hero's going to have a miracle defense here.
Not just once. I think they need more than twice to actually come back into this game.
Hero's been caught so many times on this Sonya. He's been rotating a little bit off. Trying to stay here when he should be soaking. Trying to soak when he should be staying. Let's see if he can help defend this. He's got a large amount of damage once the Punisher starts getting onto the core, but it's going to be an Arcane Punisher, so difficult to use these melee heroes. Good bait here by Johanna, pulling this into the mid keep. Top keep's going to go down, but they're at least saving some time on their core as Gondor comes in. Silence already used very early here. Oh god, look at the damage coming out from the Arcane Punisher and everything else from Malthael. This is going to be game over here.
They're not even 20, but they're going for the core. They don't even need the Punisher to take the core shots as Ace. They lost 2 already, going to be 3. If Witcher goes down along with them, make that 3, and Dudu's farming even more. Pulse Bomb coming very soon.
I would love to have a sound how many pulse bombs he farmed this game. Twilight Dream, not even necessary. The spray. This is going to be game over as Gaby just tries to silence people. He may pay for it with his life. Struggling now to get back into the Hall of Storms with the body block. Root doesn't connect. He still gets killed here. Gondar.
Painful to watch, Prolfan. This is happening to Ace because of all the macro mistakes they started with.
Well, that is going to be game over. BlossoM, 22 kills to 2. Win game number 1 in spectacular fashion.
22 kills. I want to see that score. I want to see those numbers already. How many kills that Tracer got herself alone? I'm pretty sure close to 7 or 8.